One day, and I can't tell you when, you will think about him and feel something unexpected. Not the anger, not the grief, not the familiar ache of going over it all again, looking for the moment things could have been different. Something quieter than all of that. You will think about what happened, and for the first time, it won't pull you under. It will just be something that happened. A chapter. Painful, yes. Long, yes. One that cost you things you're still counting. But a chapter that is behind you now. One that you lived through. One that is no longer the whole story. That moment will come. I want you to know it's coming. Right now, it probably doesn't feel that way. Right now, the memories are still loud. His voice still shows up uninvited. You still catch yourself re-examining old conversations, old silences, old versions of yourself you don't quite recognize anymore. The past still has weight. Sometimes it has so much weight you wonder if you'll ever stop feeling it. That's not weakness. That's what it looks like when something real happened to you. But here is what I've learned about time and pain, not that it erases things, but that it changes where you stand in relation to them. One day you will look back and see the whole shape of it. Right now you're still too close. You can only see pieces, this argument, that silence, this particular afternoon when something in you broke a little. The pieces are sharp and they're everywhere, and it's hard to see anything but them. But from far enough away, you will see the pattern, the whole arc, and something in you will recognize it not as a failure, but as an education. The most expensive kind. The kind that changes you permanently and quietly and in ways that actually matter. One day you will meet yourself on the other side of this, and she will surprise you, not because she will have forgotten. She won't have, but because she will carry it differently. Lightly isn't the right word. More like with understanding. The way you carry something heavy when you finally know how to hold it properly. It doesn't disappear. You just stop fighting its weight. That version of you will have limits she didn't have before. Not walls, limits. She will know the difference between someone who is struggling and someone who is using their struggle to justify hurting her. She will recognize the early signs, not with bitterness, just with clarity. She will leave rooms that don't feel right. She will trust the feeling in her chest when something is off. She will not stay somewhere that requires her to be less than herself in order to be loved. That's not damage. That's wisdom. And it came from this. One day the story will change, not the facts, but what the facts mean. Right now the story might sound like, I let this happen. I missed the signs. I stayed too long. I lost myself. I gave too much to someone who didn't deserve it. One day the story will sound like, I loved deeply, even when it wasn't safe. I survived something that was designed to break me. I found my way back when I didn't know the way. And I am not who I was before. I am someone who knows more, feels more carefully, and trusts herself in a way I never did before. Same facts, different meaning. That shift doesn't come from forgetting. It comes from enough distance to finally see yourself as the one who endured, not the one who failed. One day you will feel grateful for yourself. Not grateful for what he did. Not grateful for the pain. But grateful to yourself for staying alive inside it, for holding onto some thread of who you were even when it was thin, for eventually choosing yourself even when that choice was terrifying, for not disappearing completely. Because you didn't. You're still here, still feeling, still trying to make sense of it, still moving even when moving is slow. That matters more than you know right now. So if you're in the middle of it today, in the grief, in the confusion, in the exhausting work of rebuilding, I want you to hold this. The way you see this right now is not the way you will always see it. There is a version of this story that has peace in it, not because the pain wasn't real, but because you are stronger than it. And one day, when you are far enough along, you will know that too. That day is coming. Keep going. If you're on this road, subscribe and stay close. You're not walking it alone.